Well, there seems to be a little bit of controversy about wedding cakes or whatever. Not necessarily controversy, but that whole law being passed in whatever state saying you can, choose not to serve anyone based on your religion or whatever bullshit. But I was watching the Drunken Peasants, and they're watching Josh Fuckstain, and he's doing his crank call to the bake shop asking for an anti-gay cake. And he doesn't understand the difference between him ordering this obviously fake cake, or maybe he was going to order the fucking cake, I don't know. But this hate cake versus, like, a regular cake. And that's what it comes down to. Okay? Because TJ made a pretty good point. Just take the money, you know? Just get paid. And you can do that. I have no real argument against that. There's nothing wrong with that. Money's money. There's no point being offended or whatever. But people are offended for certain reasons because they strike certain chords with them. But, okay. This is what I'm getting to. Is the difference between a lesbian couple going in and getting a wedding cake and them denying them service when they are a shop that makes wedding cakes and basically only refuse to serve them on the grounds that they were gay. Had nothing to do with religion. They just decided, oh, that didn't fit into their religion. But anybody could do that with anyone at any point in time and just claim it was religion, because religion's so up in the air with the rules, considering they don't actually follow the guidelines in the Bible. They just kind of use some of them, but for the most part just follow their own morals and say they're from the Bible, you know? Seems to be the way that goes. But I keep kind of veering off course with my point. My point is, the reason why if you choose to take a stance and refuse to serve people who want like a kill the Jews cake or a anti-gay wedding cake, is because cakes usually in their nature are not against things. They are for things. They are celebratory, okay? Like, happy birthday, like, I love you, Mom, you know, like, there might be, like, a cake in remembrance of someone, but you're not usually making a cake against something. Cakes are a happy thing. And if you refuse to make a hateful cake, you're making a stand for common sense and basic human justice, you know, because you're not promoting hate. You know, like, in a world where people weren't so influenced by every stupid little... I'm not saying influences lead to people's actions, but I'm saying, oh, look, a Nazi cake. That guy's eating a Nazi cake. Hey, let's go eat it. And it's like, maybe everybody's just eating a cake. Maybe there are a whole bunch of Nazis. Doesn't matter, you know, but maybe somebody sees the cake and goes, oh, that's okay or whatever. Again, I don't really have a problem with that because it's just a fucking cake. But I also think it's okay for the cake maker to either say yay or nay whether or not they want to make this hateful cake, you know, because that is an extra normal request. A wedding cake is not an extra normal request. They may think it is because for a gay wedding, but it's not. It's still a wedding, okay? Or it wasn't even a wedding in that case. It was a ceremony. But that's what you make cakes for different ceremonies. For Christmas, well, I don't think there's that many Christmas cakes, but birthdays, Christmas. I keep saying Christmas. Fuck. What's, you know, shit that birthdays happen for? How many normal people eat cakes saying fuck somebody else, or I hate this, or I am against this? No normal person does that. And I'm not going to say that anybody's normal for doing whatever, and you can make a cake that says I hate whatever at home, you know, like, I don't care. But you're not necessarily endorsing, like, hatred towards, like, gay people or whatever if you made a cake that said, I hate gays or whatever. Like, the Amazing Asia said, you're just getting your money. Like, who the fuck cares? But that's not what... Okay. It was World War I or World War II. I don't know. I'm bad with that kind of stuff. There was a toy factory that had basically been recommissioned to make guns or something along that, like weapons. I can't remember exactly what it was. And basically he made, like, Tinker toys or something. They were like there were toys for building little structures, okay? And what it came down to was he won the right in court not to make weapons because all he wanted to do was make people happy. You know? And I know it's understandable not to care about offending people because, like, if no one was offended, no one could offend people, right? But at the same time, considering that you can offend people just proves that you are thinking about other human beings. Just because you don't care about offending other people, I don't necessarily say you are a piece of shit, but by worrying about, you know, like whether or not you're going to offend someone does prove that you care about them in some way. You know, like, obviously Josh Fuckstain is going to go and make a anti-gay cake. Not necessarily to offend gay people, but he obviously is a person who fucking hates gay people. You know, he's not just doing that as a joke or something. Like, if there was like a third-party person doing this saying, like, oh, they're discriminating, blah, 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 there would at least be a little bit of merit to it. But he is straight up just a bigot asking for a bigoted thing. And, yeah, TJ's right. You can just get your money and make the cake. Or you can say, you know, I make cakes to make people happy. Maybe Josh Fuckstain might have been a little bit happy if he got that fucking cake. More than likely, I would think he's not even going to order the fucking cake. But let's say he orders cake and he's just happy as fuck with himself, you know? Anybody can be happy with any horrible thing, you know? What it comes down to is it's a hateful cake. You know? And that's fine, I guess. Like I say, there's no major argument I can make against it, but how crude are you that you take something that's made for, like, joy, and you're just like, oh yeah, plaster of hate. That's a waste of a good fucking cake, you know? That could be a happy birthday cake for a fucking orphan. I'm no one to talk, you know? I'm not out there spending my money on the fucking orphanages. I'm never going to point fingers and not pointing back at myself, you know? I'm going to call somebody else a piece of shit. I'm going to basically say I'm as big of a piece of shit as Josh Fuckstain there, you know? But at least I'm not ordering no hateful cakes, you know? I like to add positivity, you know? And obviously, the person at the cake shop didn't think it was a very good idea. You know, they immediately asked if it was a crank call. I don't know. Crank calls kind of bug me too, pranks in general, but that's a whole other issue in general. I want to talk about hateful cakes. And I don't agree with hateful cakes. You all have a good day. The devil loves you all.